Hello everybody and welcome to MacMost Daily Vlog. It's Jay and Gary here today.
Yep.
And I went to the Apple Store this weekend. Woohoo! A Apple Store. Now, first of all, I have to say, you know, the Cherry Creek Apple Store, Cherry Creek in Denver, Colorado, is a big Apple Store. I mean, it's not. I'm sure the one in Cupertino is big. Yeah. I'm sure that the store in Cupertino. I'm sure there's one in New York that's bigger. But I went to a couple other Apple stores around and was surprised how small they were. Like the one in Atlantic City, New Jersey, on the pier. Really tiny little store.
I bet you that has to deal with retail space prices.
Well, I don't know. Cherry Creek, Denver, Colorado, is the priciest retail space in the
Denver,
States.
but I mean,
well, yeah, but
Denver
still.
versus New Jersey.
I mean, there's it's all the high end like Nordstrom's and all that.
Yeah, everybody knows that New Jersey real estate is the best real estate in the
I guess it's on, and it's on a pier. It's not even on land. It's actually over water. No, it's funny because they had in the Apple Store in Atlantic City, they've got large dehumidifiers in the shoved into the corners. And they're sitting there humming. I was like, "What the hell's that?" And it's like, "Oh, that's just a dehumidifier. They have them in all the stores." It's because I mean, they didn't have those in there. The walls would just be dripping with water because it's actually over the ocean.
Oh yeah, that's salt. Anyway.
But anyway, the Apple Store here. So I went and I was amazed. First of all, it was packed. I mean, it was really crowded. Matter of fact, I took some pictures. I'm gonna use them for an episode of MacMost Now on our main video podcast feed later this week. But it was packed with people, but it was also packed with Apple employees, like all the red shirts and the teal shirts. There's just a sea of them, and I estimate literally about 25 employees. I mean, the only stores in the mall that had more than employees on staff at the moment probably were like the Macy's and the Nordstroms and all. And
so, is there any room for customers?
There's barely, and they have a whole new everybody's got their little holstered checkout counter thing.
The Teal Club?
And I had to return an item that'll also be subject to the MacMost Now. It wasn't an Apple item; it was a third-party item. Oh. And they were able to do it without me standing in line. The guy was able to do it on a little keypad and everything. That was kind of cool. And then the other thing that was kind of cool is the Genius Bar was bigger. And there was this whole other like bar island thing with all these Macs and people doing personal training. I guess I don't know if you had to make an appointment or what, but you sat down and they were actually showing you stuff. Yeah, really. Give me 100 push-ups.
Lift up this Mac Pro.
Edit that QuickTime movie. Import some photos. Come on.
Anyway, yeah, I guess they do have now. It's called personal tutorials, or is it part of the concierge service? Or
I don't know. I mean, I would like to think that it's like that, but I don't even want to speculate what it is. But people were learning about Mac stuff. I don't know if these are people that owned Macs and they were getting trained how to do things, or whether these are people they were showing them like, hey, let me show you how easy it is to make a movie on your Mac.
So do you think that Steve Jobs ever just like walks into an Apple store?
I'm pretty sure I've heard he does. The one in the local one.
Oh, but not when he's traveling or something,
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, come on. Now, if you were Steve Jobs, say you were giving a talk. Say you came to Denver. Say you came to Denver for the Democratic convention next year, just to meet with Al Gore because he's a board member or whatever. Wouldn't you go and say, oh, and on the way back to the hotel, swing by, one of the we actually have 3 Apple stores in this area.
Right.
And I've never actually even been to one of them. The one up north, is it Flatirons or in
Boulder? No, there's Boulder.
Boulder, yeah, I haven't been to that one.
Yeah.
But swing by one of them.
It's kind of in Colorado, and it's kind of in another universe.
Yeah. Boulder is the closest and the farthest place from Denver that's possible. But yeah, and I was asked when I was looking at iPod cases. iPod like holsters and cases and stuff. I started counting after the 3rd time I was asked, "Oh, can I have it with anything? Can I show you something?" After the 3rd time, I started counting, and I was asked 10 times. There were a couple duplicates. A couple of people forgot that they had already asked me, but mostly it was 10 different, like 7 different employees.
I can finish this off with a really good joke.
Okay.
So you're in the store, and the lady comes up to you and she says, "If there's anything I can help you with, I'm Amy." And you kind of answer back and say, "So is your name conditional?"
Not only is that a bad joke, but it leaves us with too much time left. Anyway, I just put up another on our main podcast feed, which you can find everything at macmost.com. I put up a 10 craziest keyboards. All these different keyboards that you can get.
Yeah,
even crazier than the Apple keyboard.
Crazy keyboard.